a consistent, reliable, and thorough way to do background screening for your rental property applicants? If you don't, stay right here, because by the end of this video, you'll have 8 steps you can follow every single time you have an applicant to make sure you get the best tenant for your property. Hi, I'm Luis with Trident Management. As a residential property management firm and real estate brokerage, we're your Miami landlord advocate. We manage over 200 properties and process a lot of applicants. And we built a great process so that we get the right tenants for our owners. Today, I will share that process with you, so stay with us. The first thing you want to do is start with a credit check. Now, this is the most common thing people do in screening applicants. The credit check is a great baseline. It tells you how the applicant has used debt in the past, the amount of debt they have, and if they pay their bills on time. Now, there are companies that do this for you, and you'll find plenty of them on the internet. Just remember, a credit check is a great first step, but it's not enough. It's just a glimpse of their financial health. Step 2 is income verification. On the application, an applicant will state how much they earn, but you don't want to rely on that. You can verify by calling the employer and by asking for pay stubs or W-2s, but beware, there are applicants who doctor documents, so make sure those documents are legitimate and they reflect the right amount of income declared. Also, if the applicant is self-employed, you'll want to get the most recent tax returns to verify the income. This is a clearly important step in making sure they're financially qualified to rent your property. The third step is to look at their debt to income ratio. Now that you've pulled their credit and verified their income, you're able to come up with this ratio. The guideline is 30 to 40% as reasonable. If you take the rent plus the utilities, those expenses should be about 30% of their monthly income. If you add their other debts, it should not exceed about 40% of their income. These are guidelines used by mortgage lenders, and they're pretty consistent within the industry, so look at that debt to income ratio and make sure that this rental is not only within their means, but that a financial hiccup won't mean they can't pay you on time. Employment verification is the fourth step. It goes along with the income verification, of course, but you want to call and make sure they're still working. Maybe they got fired yesterday, so make sure they work and they have the income. Do you have any great tenant screening tips that work for you? If so, please include them in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. Step 5 is ID verification. Along with the application, make sure you get a copy of the applicant's driver's license or passport so that you can verify that they are who they say they are. Keep that on file. Step 6 is past tenancy or landlord verification. This will tell you a lot about how they take care of the property and what kind of tenants they are. If you get 2 of the past ones, great, but at least get the one of the property they're coming from. Ask the landlord if they took care of the property, if they're responsive, if they paid on time, if they got their deposit back. This will help you see how desirable they are as tenants. Pet verification is the 7th step. If you allow pets in your property, you want to make sure you get the information on them like you do with tenants. There are pet screening companies that do pet background checks, but you do want to make sure you get the breed, color, weight, and other details. You may want to get the tenant with a picture of the pet, as some applicants live with different pets than the ones they put in the application. Also, make sure you check your homeowner's insurance so that the breed is covered by your insurance, because there are restricted breeds and policies. Step 8 is a criminal background check. This is controversial because there's a lot of misinformation out there on how you can use the information you uncover. Start with the state and find out what you can do with that information, and then run your criminal background check. What you don't want to do is disseminate that information in a way your state doesn't allow. So do your homework. We have a process for obtaining and presenting this information to owners in a consistent manner. and we're very successful with this. It's done the same way every time, so we don't get in trouble. So make sure you define your process that serves you right every time. Make sure you click on the link below for a tenant screening checklist. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, share it, or better yet, subscribe so you can get our new videos as they come out.